it always makes me proud that at least for San Francisco, we never come alone. And even when there's one of us, they're all with us. And so what's happened in the last 3 days, lo que ha pasado en los últimos 3 días, has been not just outrageous, but also overreach of using the legal system against Americans, against hard-working folks that are here in the United States trying to provide for their families with dignity. With that, all of my sisters and brothers in purple, in blue, in gold, in yellow, in green, every single one of my sisters and brothers in the trades, public, private sector, they've all come together. All the workers you see here standing to my left and anchoring here to my right, raise children for folks, take care of folks in the hospital, right? Or taking care of elderly folks in their homes to give them dignity as they grow old, are not just built, but they construct these massive, beautiful buildings throughout the entire city and county and the state, right? These are the folks that keep the United States and the great Republic of California working with union jobs, right? ¿Sí o no? Today's press conference is about being able to, as we are doing this right now, there's 25 cities throughout the country that are holding rallies and press conferences in support of our brother. We just got word that Brother David Huerta has been charged, and they're trying to demand a sentence of 6 years, right? Something that is bullshit. We have all seen the videos. We have all seen what is at stake and what kind of exposures that they're putting us all in the same bucket. Now, none of them, not the administration, no one demanded or cried out on January 6th in that insurrection. But when we are standing and bearing witness to workers being taken off the job for trying to provide with dignity their families, they want to criminalize us. And so at this time, I want to be able to ask the executive director of the San Francisco Labor Council to be able to say a few words. And also we have community and labor that is going to be speaking today. I want to recognize and thank the electeds that are here standing next to us that have showed up in solidarity. The speaker list today is all about labor and community, and I appreciate every single attorney that's here today. My brother from another mother, David Rosenfeld, and all of the other attorneys that are here, thank you so much. I want to be able to ask all of you to please big round of applause for our sister Kim Tavaloni.
Thank you, everybody. It is completely unnecessary for us to be here today. The fact that David Huerta was arrested for simply videotaping and telling people about their rights, it's a sad day for America that he is charged with 5 felonies and is looking at 5 to 6 years in prison, when the insurrectionists who actually murdered people on January 6th were all pardoned by this administration. The hypocrisy is ridiculous. It must stop. And we're going to tell the administration to get out of California. We don't want them here. You send help when we ask for help. During the wildfires, we asked for help. He gave us barely none. When we have serious issues going on in California, help us build our infrastructure. We ask for help. He says no. When they'll send in ICE agents to tear apart our communities when we're not asking for them, terrorizing some of the most vulnerable workers who, by the way, have been paying in taxes probably more than his friends, paying taxes and being good citizens, sending their kids to school, just trying to survive, putting food on all of our tables. Immigrants help us in every way possible. From the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed. Immigrants are a vital part of our communities, and they help us get through the day. And arresting them for no reason is absolutely ridiculous. And we call an end to the ICE raids now.
Yes.
Free! 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 Say it loud! Say it loud! Free! Now I want to be able to ask, right now, as a state, as working families, as immigrants, we are being tested on so many levels every day, and from the moment we wake up, from the moment we kiss our children, our spouses to bed, we are being challenged. And so with that, we also need to be able to call on our faith leaders. We want to be able to make sure that not just our clergy are aware, but they are standing with all of us. With that, I want to be able to ask all of you to please give a round welcome to Executive Director of the San Francisco Interfaith Council, Michael Papas.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you, Olga, for this opportunity to join in solidarity. I bring to you today the voices, the prayers, and the solidarity of our city's 800 communities of faith and religious institutions. And to remind us all that before there was a sanctuary ordinance, there was a sanctuary movement. And that sanctuary movement was led by people of faith. And today we see the word sanctuary demonized. Sanctuary is sacred. Sanctuary is a safe place for people to be.
Yeah.
It's not a word that should be demonized. We stand in solidarity with you, and we are here not only to lend a voice, but to let you know that the San Francisco Interfaith Council has signed on to two cases suing this administration. One for a threat to withhold funds from us because we are a sanctuary city, and the second is the rescission of the sensitive locations policy that was instituted under President Obama. We stand with you shoulder to shoulder, and we pray not only with our voices, but with our feet and with our hands, and we stand with you. God bless you and God keep you.
Like I said when we opened, in Spanish I'll say it, no vine sola, venemos todos. I didn't come alone, I came with everyone. And so with that, our sisters and brothers in the trades from the San Francisco Building Trades, Secretary Treasurer Rudy Gonzalez is going to be sharing a few words with all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Olga. I'm here representing 7,500 construction workers, blue-collar workers who stand in full solidarity and unequivocal solidarity with our sisters and brothers and siblings in the immigrant community and with our brother-in-arms, David Huerta. Free David Huerta! Free David Huerta! You know, the time has come for everyday Americans to realize that our society and our democracy is at risk. It is fundamentally under attack by a fascist state, and there will be a time when David Huerta is not the only labor leader. History tells us that if we're complacent, we will be complicit. We have to stand up to ICE, we have to stand up to this federal overreach, and so my appeal to blue-collar workers who hear this message is to understand that whether you're an electrician or an engineer, a carpenter, a painter, or a pipe fitter, there may come a time when all of us are under attack at our job sites. And it is going to be up to us to stand in solidarity with our faith leaders, with our union brothers and sisters and siblings, and with everybody in our community. The least among us is who we fight for. When you take an oath as a labor leader, we fight for the least among us. And that means workers of all colors, workers of all histories and paths to this great country. And if our great country is to offer the promise that it has to generations of blue-collar workers, then leaders, especially Democrats, need to understand what blue-collar workers need in our society. Now is not the time for neoliberal agendas. Now is not the time for the bullshit talking points that they want to push on people to try to figure out how to get back an electorate they lost. Now's the time to stand for something. And when Democrats stand for something, that message will resonate. Because there are people who are afraid right now just to be who they are. There are people who are afraid to get medical treatment. There are people who are afraid to go to their asylum hearing, for God's sakes. There are people who are afraid to go and worship. And they will not be safe, and we will not be safe until all of us are safe. Thank you for letting me be here.
Free David Huerta!
Free David Huerta! Free David Huerta! Free David Huerta! Free David Huerta! Free David Huerta! Free David Huerta!
Since November, we have had so many community organizations come together. San Francisco has been exemplary, coming together to make sure that we have a rapid response. Whether we're organized labor, whether we're community, we have come together and put unity at the forefront of any other bullshit politics. We have made sure that we've remained united. With that, I want to be able to introduce to all of you a sister, Annette Wong, with the rapid response, to be able to say a few words. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So glad to be here with you today. My name is Annette Wong. I'm from Chinese for Affirmative Action, and we are part of the San Francisco Rapid Response Network. We are here today alongside you in rage. We are here together in grief, and we are here together in resistance to what's happening. Yeah. We're seeing militarized ICE enforcement happening across Southern California and increasing ICE enforcement happening all over the country, including in courthouses right here in San Francisco. And now we're seeing the authoritarian overreach by the federal administration by bringing in the National Guard to our state, unrequested, uninvited, unwelcome. Yeah. So let's be clear. This is not about safety. This is not about law and order. This is about fear. It is about control. Yes. And it is about scaring our communities out of existence. Yes. But we have been here before. Yes. We have all been here before. Marginalized communities have been here before. We know this playbook, and we know how to fight back. Yes. We fight back together. Yes. We resist together. And so we say, no more ICE raids, no more detention and deportation. Free those detained for defending their communities. No to the National Guard. And we say yes to full dignity, full respect, full safety for all our communities now.
We have come from near and far, and as a, excuse me, who's doing that? Who the fuck is doing that? We've come from near and far, and this is the example of how the Bay Area does things, that we're looking at the picture not just in silos, but we're looking at it as a region. Our brothers from the firefighters, thank you so much for being here, from Local 798. I want to be able to ask the Executive Director of the Alameda Central Labor Council, Keith Brown, everybody.
I'm Keith Brown from the Alameda Labor Council. We represent 135,000 workers across Alameda County. And when we have our sister Olga making the call here in San Francisco, we are there in solidarity. That is what we do as workers to defend our immigrant siblings, our immigrant workers. And from LA to the Bay, labor and workers are united. And drop the charges against our brother David Huerta. ICE, get out of the state of California. You have no business being here. I know the value of immigrant workers, the immigrant families, to our communities. Before I became Executive Secretary Treasurer of the Alameda Labor Council. I was a teacher in the Oakland Public Schools, a teacher of newcomer students in middle school. And I know the value that these families, that these students bring to our great state of California, the contributions that they make. I have former students now that are working, contributing to society, going to college. We need to support our immigrant communities, not attack our immigrant communities.
Yes.
So we stand here united, and when immigrant workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up like that.
When immigrant workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up like that.
Thank you.
You'll have to forgive me. I have one of our teachers from UESF, Yahaira Guibel. If you can make your way up here. In the meantime, as she moves up here, I'm going to have a community organizer, Susana Rojas from LTF. Big round of applause. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Susana Rojas, and I am representing the Latino Task Force today. I am here to stand in unity with everyone from the north to the south in California, because united we will win. We all have to remember that we are the sons and daughters of those who survived Holocaust, those who survived colonization, and those who survived genocide. This fear, this terror will not win. Unity is what we need today. And we have to remember that this is a sanctuary city. Not a sanctuary city in name. Not just by saying that police will not help the feds attack us. It is by us giving dignity, giving respect, and making sure that those that are most vulnerable have the protections that are needed. So remember, as we are fighting this, we also must fight for all of our agencies, all of our communities to be protected. Put the money where a community needs it. United, we win. Thank you.
In Los Angeles, we knew that while there was an elementary school graduation going on, the raids were happening right outside. We have all of the frontline workers, right? We have the fire folks, we have the SFPD, we have teachers that are on the front lines. Can you picture this, please? Picture this. The children are in the classroom celebrating near their last day of school, while their parents, everybody's running to be able to make sure that they're not left behind because ICE is near the school. Please, our teachers are on the front line, and I want to be able to ask all of you, please give a warm welcome to our sister, Yahaira Guibel from UESF.
Buenos días todos. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am a proud educator with the United Educators of San Francisco, a proud daughter of two immigrant parents. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, to a loving community, an immigrant community in Koreatown, LA. So, UESF is here today, along with the House of Labor, to say that we stand in solidarity with David Huerta. We stand in solidarity with all workers, with immigrant workers, because we know very well that without them, this world and this economy does not run. That's right. And as an educator, it's important that we teach the real history of our people, the real history of this country. And it's important that we clarify politically and educate every single member that is out here today, every single neighbor, our loved ones, our relatives. Trump wants us to believe that immigrants are criminals, and that is a lie. Let me tell you something. Who are the real criminals? It's the National Guard. Yes, it's ICE. It's federal cops who are coming to hurt and harm our communities. Because our communities are peaceful without them.
Yes.
It's very important that we make this distinction. That we are immigrants and workers. We are not the criminals.
Yep.
We want what everyday working people want, and that is the right to dignified working conditions. That is the right to pursue happiness, to live safely, and to make a living. And whether you're an immigrant or not, we all have that in common.
Yeah.
We have more in common with each other than what we will ever have in common with Trump and his allies. And so if you care about free speech, if you care about the First Amendment, I urge you to speak out, to be out in the street, to defend our right to protest. Because if we allow them to take that away from us, we are not going back, and we need to be out in the streets. So today, there's another press conference with A-Rock. Go to that. There's another mass mobilization at 6 p.m. Stay in the streets, because only we can stop this. Repeat after me. Say it once, say it twice.
Say it once, say it twice.
We won't put up with ICE.
We won't put up with ICE.
The Bay won't put up with ICE.
The Bay won't put up with ICE.
Right. Like I said, we didn't come alone. Everybody showed up today, and I want to thank everybody again for this beautiful presence of being able to stand up, and we're fighting back. With that, I want to be able to ask our brother Rob Sandoval, who's the president of Local 350, Teamsters Local 350, and the vice chair of the Democratic Party Chicano Latino Caucus, followed by our brother Abel Fual from Engineers Local 39. Christy Hardy.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Robert Sandoval, and it's a privilege to be here. First and foremost, I am the proud son and grandson of immigrants. I was born in Panama, and I'm Panamanian and Salvadorian blood running through my veins. I'm also a proud American. One of the fundamental pillars of America is that labor, civil, and human rights are a foundation to this country. Unfortunately, that is not America right now. When they round up parents at elementary school kids' graduations, that is not America. Where hardworking, dedicated union members and non-union members are out there struggling just to make a living, get harassed, and then disappear, never to come home, that is not America. Where immigrants who pay their taxes are law-abiding citizens, follow the rules and regulations, yet get detained and treated as criminals, that is not America. These were calculated and intentional inhumane acts of cruelty. These were not acts of justice. This is a pivotal moment. And as someone who was raised in the House of Labor, by a labor leader, by grandparents and parents of immigrants, I will stand with you and fight with you till the end. We will fight for all families, for justice, for the right to exist, for the fight to continue to keep this country that is America, the most diverse nation in the world, to move forward. I'm also here to say to ICE raids, we are here to say, fuck that, and fuck you. Fight together, win together. Fight together, win together. Fight together, win together. Thank you.
Abel Fual from Local 39 Engineers.
Hey, what do you say? From Nevada to the Bay, Local 39 is back on the line, demanding the immediate release of David Huerta. Free David Huerta, baby! Let's go! Bring our brother home! Bring our brother home! Bring our brother home! Bring our brother home!
Bring
39 is also back on the line, demanding that our elected officials provide the material support that our labor leaders need, our community leaders need to fight back against these brown-shirted goons goose-stepping around California, wreaking havoc on our cities and our families and our neighbors. Make no mistake, history is being written right now. And as the old Union hymn goes, which side are you on? Who are you with? Huh? I see beautiful faces all around me, a beautiful choir of people from our community, from our labor leaders. But I don't like to preach to the choir. This message is for those of you at home who are scared, who are on the fence. The paradox of fear is this: when you are afraid, life gives you the opportunity to be brave. So listen closely. You hear the word solidarity. Solidarity is not your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas. Solidarity is a verb. It's what you do. Get out in the streets. Get out to the streets. Make some noise. No silence. No compliance. And defiance. Free David Huerta. 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 Free David Huerta.
All of you to a Sister Kristen Hardy from SEIU, Vice President Kristen Hardy, SEIU 1021.
Thank you. My name's Kristen Hardy. I am a San Francisco native. I've never seen colors. I've never seen ethnicities. This is a deep shame. I am here right now today standing in solidarity with my brother David Huerta, who was picked up. We just broke bread at the Democrats convention just last weekend. I am truly, truly saddened by what's going on right now. David Huerta, any of you guys don't know, he's a father, a fierce-ass leader, a champion for justice for all working people. He, like those detained for exercising their First Amendment right and advocating for immigrant workers, was detained by ICE, an ICE raid. He belongs home. He belongs here with the people, fighting for the working class. We have a bigger fight that we're fighting right now. This is not the time. Right now, I'm glad to see all of us out here in solidarity, taking the lead. This is only the beginning. Every individual deserves to feel secure in their own home, at work, within their community. Yet the brutal military-style ICE raids that are instilling fear in our friends, our communities, my co-workers, our neighbors. This wave of terror must stop. Not now, but right now. We must stand together, shoulder to shoulder, with all working people to demand safety and respect for all. Every person in America should feel safe and protected by the U.S. Constitution when exercising their First Amendment rights. But ICE's actions against a union leader and workers and families and moms and sisters and brothers and fathers is another fear tactic by this administration aimed at silencing workers and anyone who dares to speak out against injustice. With that being said, I want to keep it up. Free David Huerta. I'm here to Huerta. Free David 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 Huerta.
From the community, we want to be able to invite our sister Jane Martin from the Bay Resistance. There is much work to be ahead of us. And I understand some folks are like, fuck, I'm tired of marching every goddamn day. But I will say this, my A1C levels have gone down since January. And so I want to be able to ask every single one of you, we cannot become tired yet. It's only been 5 months, y'all. 5 months, okay? We have to be able to keep it up, and with that, who better than to tell us our community's joining with us from Bay Resistance, Sister Jane Martin.
On behalf of, good morning, siblings. On behalf of the vast Bay Resistance network of community and labor organizations, we stand with labor in this fight against workplace raids and the separation of workers from their families. And we stand with you in the fight to free David Huerta and drop all the charges against him.
Amen.
David Huerta is a comrade and a friend, and he was living our values, which is when you come for one of us, you come from all of us. We will stand with every single child that has been separated from their parents. We will stand with every single child that's been taken into custody. We will stand with every single worker that doesn't know when they're going to see their family again, or that is afraid to go to work. We stand with you. Bay Resistance is here as a home for everyone to get organized. California is organized, the Bay Area is organized. If they come here and do workplace raids or any increased ICE enforcement here, we will respond, and we are responding. Go to bayresistance.org to sign up and make sure you get action alerts. We will be marching. As Sister Olga said, we'll be marching today at 4 o'clock. We'll be at City Hall with A-Rock against the travel ban. We'll be marching tonight in the Mission, and we're holding a vigil tomorrow in Oakland at Fruitvale in solidarity with this movement against workplace raids and to free David Huerta. So join us there as well. Thank you. Se puede! Se puede! Se puede! Si se puede!
Sí se puede, 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 sí se puede.
For us, it's really important. I want to be able to introduce to you one of the largest unions in California, SEIU 2015, Home Care Workers Union, our sister Claudia Arevalo from SEIU 2015, who will be speaking in Spanish and delivering her message. So I ask people to please be patient. I'm going to try and translate and get everything as well as possible, but don't be judging me in the back, okay? Please. Claudia, please. Un aplauso.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Claudia Arevalo. Soy trabajadora de cuidado en casa desde hace 33 años y soy miembro del 2015 que representamos más de 500,000. Y ese 500,000, muchos, miles, cienes, somos emigrantes. Y esos emigrantes solo tienen permiso de trabajo. No tienen una residencia. Pagan mucho de impuestos. Y esos impuestos ni siquiera los reciben, porque muchos no pueden recibir esos impuestos. Y ahora tenemos un presidente donde nos toman como criminales. Eso no va. Nosotros no somos unos criminales. Nosotros somos clase trabajadora, que venimos todos los días a tener 2 hasta 3 trabajos. Y esos impuestos no los recibimos. Y ahora muchos y miles se están yendo, ellos mismos se están autodeportando. Esto es triste. Estaba escuchando de una persona que hace 60 años no había pasado esto. Y ahora, ¿por qué está pasando esto? Nosotros necesitamos hacer algo por este presidente que no nos sirve, que solo nos está sacando lágrimas diario. Hagamos algo por este presidente, que no lo queremos. También el 2015 también está apoyando a David Huerta, que está luchando por la clase trabajadora emigrante. Nosotros estamos con él. Y también quiero decirles que hay muchos trabajadores que no están yendo a trabajar. No están yendo a trabajar porque no quieren ser deportados, no quieren ser arrestados. Están yendo a las cortes y los están arrestando también. Muchos no tienen ni qué comer. Es triste ver a latinos que diario están llorando y con niños. La verdad no sé, no puedo hablar más. Gracias. Gracias.
My name is Claudia Arevalo. I represent SEIU 2015 with over 500,000 workers in the state of California. With that being said, the workers that we represent are predominantly immigrant. We contribute to a lot of taxes. We get nothing in return. With that, this administration insults us every day by criminalizing the work that we do. And all we want to be able to do is bear witness to be able to provide for our families with dignity. What is happening right now as workers is that we're being confronted. We have Latinos, workers that we represent, crying every day over what are we going to do? Who will be next? And when will they come for me? These are the questions that we are being confronted with on a daily basis. Workers are not showing up at work. Workers don't know how they're going to make ends meet in order to be able to provide with dignity. But the fear that this administration has given us is nothing more than that. They're paralyzing us if we don't fight back, if we don't speak up, if we don't stand up. We stand with Brother David Huerta. We want to be able to make sure that he is freed, but we have to fight back and tell this administration that they are not my administration. They do not represent our interests. And with that, I am left with, that's all I can share with all of you, to please stand up and fight back. Gracias, Claudia. Thank you so much. There is a lot of impotence in the community right now, and I want to be able to reiterate that. Those of you who can, please sign up. For my sisters and brothers in labor, if you have staff that can join folks on their appointments at immigration, please tell us. Let your presidents, let your business managers know if any of you can volunteer hours to go with the family when they're going to their appointment. Please let us know if you can give someone a ride to pick up groceries so that they feel safe and they're not alone. This is where we're asking every single one of you. Every one of you can help. Every one of you can stand up. It's not just when the cameras are here. It's not just to be able to march on the street. There are little things. There's grandmothers, grandfathers that are too scared that they have targets. Help them to make their groceries, go pick up their groceries. Please talk to folks. Do not isolate ourselves any further. We have to be able to make sure that all of our communities are standing with each other. Again, it makes me proud from where I'm standing right now that all of us are here today and right now. With that, I want to be able to ask my sister Lizzie Tapia from Unite HGRE Local 2, who's going to be able to be closing it out. A big round of applause.
All right. Thank you, Sister Olga. We're here today. I'm Lizzie Tapia, representing Unite Here Local 2. We have about 15,000 members across the Bay Area, and the vast majority of our members are immigrant workers from different parts of Asia, from different parts of Latin America, and really from all over the world. And our members, and the members of so many of our unions that are here today and our communities here, have built this country. We built this country into what it is, and we are the mechanism that keeps this country going every day. It is totally unfathomable to think that we have a government that would turn against and attack its own people. And that is what's happening right now, and we will not stand for it. They think, just like the bosses do every day in our workplaces, they underestimate us. They think that we will give up, and we're not gonna do that. They think that we will go away, and we're not gonna do that. We are gonna keep fighting and keep going, and we are gonna go, what our union says, one day longer than they do. And that's how we're gonna win. Right. Because when we're all together, we may not have the kind of money that they have, but we have the power. And together, we will win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep on fighting until we bring David Huerta home and we stop the ICE attacks on our community and our people.
We have a lot of fights still left Tomorrow, the janitors are having an action at 1725 here on 3rd Street by Chase Arena. Again, a lot of folks feel very emboldened to chase our janitors around with cameras, right? While they're doing their jobs, they're cleaning up after them. And they feel like they can follow us and record us with everything we do. We ask you to please stand with us tomorrow. I'm asking the Labor Council to post it and share it out. There will be a lot of actions. Why did we do it here on the State building? Right? Why in front of State? Well, because the administration is playing very loose on what obstruction is. And once we cross the street, this is how every American, whatever state they're in, whatever city they find themselves in, should feel very threatened. When we lose the ability to free will, we have lost our ability that we can't even stand on that side of the street without feeling threatened that we will be disappeared. It's not the America we all know. There's many of us here that grew up in the generation that our parents were being taken from bus stops and schools, and we were told not to speak Spanish, not to be proud to be a Mexican or an immigrant. That's the generation that we were raised. And I'll have you know, for San Francisco, we have always fought back and we stand up. And we're asking every single one of you, please, at 1:30 today, stop what you're doing for 2 minutes. Our brother David Huerta is going to be brought into the courtroom to be able to be told again what his charges are, right? Take a moment, post it at 1:30, please post it on your social media. Free David Huerta today. Make sure that if you have nothing more, because you're in meetings after meetings, please make sure that you post it. Free David Huerta at 1:30. He's being brought into the courtroom at that hour. And we ask every single one of you to continue to stand with immigrants, with working families. I want to be able to thank the supervisors that are here, Supervisor Bilal, Supervisor Shaman Walton, who was here, Supervisor Cheryl, the supervisors that were here, Nancy Tung, President of the Dems Party. I want to thank you, all of you.
Hey,
I want to be able to thank...
We got two trustees here from City College, Big Chung
Who?
and me. Big Chung.
Big Chung. Chung and City College, thank you, trustees. I'm sorry, woman.
That's okay.
So I want to be able to make sure that please pay attention to the San Francisco Labor Council. We're advising all of you. It's a city we all love, a state we all love. We're not going to burn it down. We got to be able to make sure that we are out there protesting. We are out there fighting. But this is a city we love and work in. We got to also protect it to make sure everybody who got arrested yesterday, half of them are not even from here. Go do it in your own goddamn city. San Francisco's fighting for San Francisco and all immigrants everywhere. We got to be able to stand up. Let's make sure that we are fighting for every single immigrant, that a hotel worker, a construction worker, that a janitor is not going to have to think twice whether I should come to work. Should I feel safe? And I want to recognize my sister Olivia, who came up from the South Bay. Again, Keith, thank you so much, on the East Bay. From Contra Costa, thank you guys so much. Free David Huerta! 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 ¿Se puede o no se puede? ¿Se puede o no se puede? Sí se puede. 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 Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Kim, Rudy, Keith, can you guys come over here? Questions? We're getting updates that are being texted to us right now. Did everyone hear that? So the question from the reporter is, when was the last time he was spoken to? His wife was able to speak to him yesterday. They were incommunicated up until yesterday since his arrest. We had an update this morning at 1:30. We're getting text messages from our president, April Verrett, down in Los Angeles, international president with SEIU. A lot of folks have gone down to Los Angeles to be there, but we're getting live messages from what's going on. You've seen the same videos like we all have. They're not letting anybody in. We don't know if he's eating. We don't know any of that. All we know, though, is that everybody that has gone to ask the questions, let us see him, let us speak to him, they have been refused. I understand Mayor Bass was able to be with them at the hospital, and that was, and our international president is also in communication. That's it. Any other questions? Preguntas? Okay. Okay, perfecto. Thank you all. Stay posted.